Hey, Geometry, Miss Soli here. This is 3.4, kind of the last type of transformation we're going to talk about here. It's called a glide reflection. Now, a glide reflection is a mix between a reflection and a translation, but kind of in the same motion, I guess. 3.5, a glide reflection. So this is going to be a reflection followed by a translation. So, for example, it could look something like this. If I start out here with this triangle, I'm trying to make kind of a scaling right triangle, and it is reflected over this line. So I'm going to try to get equal like this-ish. And then step 1, and then step 2, it slides down. This would be a glide reflection. And the thing that makes it a slide reflection is this, the translation part. The translation line is parallel to the reflection line. So it's just like a little more structured, kind of two things working together. It's a composition of two or more of those rigid motions. So those rigid motion again is where the shape, the angle, the length, everything stays exactly the same, but it is moved around on the page, whether it's rotated, flipped, or slid. So the rigid motions we've learned are reflection, translation, rotation, and then this, a glide reflection. Eek. And just to kind of have a picture of these all in one spot, I should have done that all in one. That's okay. So a reflection might look something like this. A translation. Got your triangle, slides down there. Try to get those to look exactly the same. Rotation. Got your triangle. Triangle. Rotates X degrees, right? And then this glide reflection. So if we have a x-axis here, something like this, flips down here, then slides over there. Something to that effect. Now, let's see what this would look like in symbols and with a graph. So let's take a look at a quadrilateral RSTV. So R is at the point -3, 2. S is at 0, 5. T is at 4, -4. And V is at the point 0, -2. Okay. And what I want to do to this is my two things, the reflection and the translation. So it might look something like this. And they do like an open circle. It kind of looks like a multiplication symbol, but it's open here. Reflection over the x-axis. So I want to do those two things to your original RSTV to equal R prime, S prime, T prime, V prime. Okay, so let's put these all on a graph. So I'm going to go R. Let's see. Can I have enough space to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. R is at the point negative 3, 2. S is at 0, 5. 4, negative 4. And 0, negative 2. So here is your original shape. And there. All right. And so for a glide reflection, first I want to do this reflection piece. So I'm going to flip it over the x-axis. Hold on, let's label these. R, S, T, and V. So I want to kind of do this in 2 steps, but also the middle step is not really part of the glide. So, and then I like to really do this 1 point at a time. So here is my x-axis, right? This is where the reflection is going to happen over. So your R here is 2 away. So it's going to flip down here, 2 away. This is like the new R. I'm going to do 2 primes because it's not the R prime that we're actually going for. S is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the x-axis. So I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this direction. T is 4 down, 4 over 4 down. So I'm going to go up here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's my new T prime, double prime. And then V is negative 2 to positive 2. So let's take a look real quick. I'm going to just I'll do this actually in this orange. So it's kind of a background piece. So this has just flipped over the x-axis. Next, I want to move this. Remember, the first number is like left and right, and the second number is up and down. So this translation is moving me to the right 1. 1 point, not up or down at all. So your final move is going to just move 1 over. There's your R prime. Move 1 over. V prime. Move 1 over. Here's T prime. And move 1 over here to S prime. So you can kind of see the journey we went through here, starting with this black quadrilateral flipping over the x-axis to the orange, and then everything just shifts 1 over to the right. That is a glide reflection.